Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another breakdown. We're going to be breaking on this upcoming UFC Vegas 109 card. We got Steve Erceg taking on Osbourne in the co-main. In the main win, we got Dolidze taking on Anthony Hernandez. Should be a great co-main in the main win on this card. We also got some bangers on the main card. We got John Matsumoto taking Miles Johns. We got Christian Rodriguez, C-Rod taking on Andre Fili. We also got Ninja Hill taking on Lucindo. I don't know if that fight's gonna be a banger, but should be a fun fight either way. On the prelims, we have Eliza Smith, one of the better prospects at 135 pounds, who was signed off Contender Series last year. Also, I will be covering Contender Series this year. And I believe the Contender Series is starting next week on August 12th, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys want some Contender Series predictions and breakdowns. And I'll probably go live for Contender Series when I can, and obviously go live for PFL. I go live for UFC, so I make a lot of content on this channel. So make sure you guys subscribe if this is your first time watching my content. And let's break down this card now, guys. We got Gabriel Fernandes taking on Dolidze Stoliarenko. Man, this one's an easy one. This is to make predictions for. Julia Stoliarenko, she's got good grappling. Her cardio is shit. Durability isn't good. She kind of quits out there once she can't get that first round submission, and I don't think she's getting that first round submission in this fight. So I'm gonna go with Fernandes. I think Fernandes is a better striker, the far better striker, and she's also very physically strong. We've seen her go out there, catch Kong Wang with that crazy left high kick, and she finished her by submission right away. Right, she put it on her. I mean, finishing Kong Wang. That was a massive upset, by the way. I believe she's like a +800 underdog or something like that along the lines. And she also beat Carly Judice, who's been looking tremendous right now. I'm going to go Fernandes. I think Fernandes is going to finish her in the second round. Fernandes I'm going to say TKO. I think Fernandes is going to knock her out. I really do think Fernandes can put it on her. Let's see what the odds are. Fernandes -400. Honestly, I think that's a really good parlay piece. Even at -400, other than Stoliarenko finding a submission in the first round, like, I don't know how she wins. Like, she's got all wins by finish in the first round. Submissions, all submissions, 2 submissions in UFC. She beat Molly McCann, who's shit, retired. She beat Jessica Rose Clark, who I haven't seen in like 5 years. Lost to Luna Carolina. She got finished by Luna Carolina. That's not good. Chelsea Chandler finished her by ground and pound, took her down, beat her up on the ground. I mean, Chelsea Chandler can wrestle, but Fernandes is far better than all these fighters who've been losing to. Easy win for Fernandes. I think the under. I like the under too. I like Fernandes ITD. I really do. Under 2.5 rounds, -180. It is kind of crazy though for like 2-1 for the under on a WMA fight. I just think stylistically the way Dolidze fights, he's so dependent on that first round submission. So if she doesn't get that first round submission, I just don't see any other avenues for her to win this fight. And she's gonna quit out there. I mean, I've seen it happen time after time. Let's see what Fernandes by finishes. -130 for Fernandes by ITD. Maybe you can parlay the under 2.5 rounds. That's probably better. I actually do like Fernandes ITD. I think she can submit her. She can also knock her out. My pick's gonna be Fernandes by finish. I'm gonna say TKO. I think she's probably gonna knock her out. She could submit her also, club and sub. I'm gonna say like TKO, late second on TKO. All right, let's move on, guys. Next fight on the card, we got Rose Medic taking on Gilbert Urbina. Man, Gilbert Urbina has been so inconsistent. He hasn't been losing to like terrible guys, right? Sean Brady lost, Brian Battle lost to Charles Radke, which aren't honestly that bad. The Radke one's probably the worst one right now that looks on his resume. Urs Medic coming off that brutal KO loss to Punahele Soriano, who used to fight up at 185. So the guy is pretty big, massive for 170. And he lost to Urbina, right? Who also fought at, Urbina used to fight at 170. He made his debut on short notice up at welterweight. He took on Medic on short notice. And Medic was looking good early, like his striking was looking clean early. Then he got then once Urbina got that wrestling going, it was pretty much downhill from there for Medic. not gonna win over Tim Means is impressive, but Tim Means is like, I mean, he's a dinosaur at this point. Matthew Summelsberger, I do remember Matthew Summelsberger maybe winning the first rounds or like being up on the scorecards. Like I do think he was like winning the first like early rounds. Matthew Summelsberger has a lot of power, and he's pretty massive. Also, I believe he has like one knockdown every fight or something crazy like that. Even though like I think he got cut from the UFC now, so doesn't look good anymore, obviously. But like he did win that fight, right? He knocked him out in the third round. Impressive. I think he hit him with a spinning back fist or something like that. So that was very impressive from Medic. The line is a bit crazy, man. Minus 350 for Medic. I mean, what's the line? Because this is gonna be a striking matchup. I don't think anyone's gonna wrestle here. Minus 450 for Medic. Yeah, that line is kind of crazy. I gotta pick Medic. I just think he's the better striker, and obviously shown more in his UFC fights than I've seen from Urbina. Urbina's like a big pothead. I don't even know if he trains properly. I can't really tell if he's trained, if he's taking his training serious. Yeah, I'm gonna go Medic by KO in the second round. I think this fight's not gonna go the distance either way. Medic minus 450. I can't parlay him minus 450, but under 1.5 rounds minus 163. I think it goes under. Honestly, I can see this one going under 1.5 rounds. Because both of their striking defense is really not that great. I think the under 2.5 rounds is probably safer. It's going to be like minus 300 or minus 280. I like the under 2.5 rounds more than the under 1.5 rounds because, I mean, they're lightweight, so there's a chance. I mean, they're welterweight, so there's a chance that it could go over 7 minutes, but I think we're going to see a finish at least in the second round, if not in the first round. But I'm going to lean towards under 1.5 rounds. I think we see an early finish in the first round or second round. And Medic's probably the one that gets it, but Urbina has power too, man. He can crack. I'm gonna go with Medic, just being the better kickboxer overall. Next fight on the card, we got Jocelyn Edwards taking Priscilla Cachoeira, John B girl Cachoeira. She actually looks like a John B girl. Man, Priscilla Cachoeira coming off that KO win over Josiane Nunes, who's like kind of looks like Carlos Prates if Prates was like 5 feet tall, maybe. Jocelyn Edwards, she's coming out she's been looking good right now, man. She had some tough losses early, lost to Aline Perez, and a pretty good back and forth fight. She almost caught her in a guillotine submission, I remember, in the second round, and she got dropped by Aline Perez. I believe she got hit with the spinning back fist or something like that. And then she lost to Nora Carnot, which was a robbery. I mean, that was definitely a robbery. I do remember that one in Paris. Knocked out Chelsea Chandler, who's like, I don't even know how Chelsea Chandler made it to UFC. Tamir Zudol, I mean, her losses are not that great. Lucy Pudlova was like fighting in octagon, barely winning by split decisions over there. Like, her losses are not that great either. I mean, Ramona Pascal, Yunan Wu. I mean, what are we doing? I gotta go Edwards. I do think her wrestling is gonna be better here, so you can take her, Cachoeira down. The striking is like pretty close. I do think Edwards has more power on the feet, maybe. She's cleaner. Her striking defense is just a bit better than Cachoeira. But I gotta pick her because of the wrestling. It's the wrestling, so you can take down Cachoeira. I do believe she's going to take her down. That should be her game plan. Even the striking, I don't think she's going to get overrun by Cachoeira in the striking, but Cachoeira does carry some power, so he's willing to kind of brawl it out. I'm gonna go Jocelyn by since he finished her. I'm gonna say Jocelyn by submission third round. I think Jocelyn could lock something up later in this fight. Third round submission. That's gonna be my prediction. Jocelyn minus 300. I'm gonna pick Jocelyn. I think minus 300 is not that crazy though. Under 2.5 rounds. I like the fight doesn't go the distance. I think that's pretty good. I can see Jocelyn finishing her by submission. She wrestles. She doesn't wrestle. It could be a sloppy back and forth striking match for 15 minutes. Even then, I can see her getting a KO over Cachoeira. Cachoeira is so tough to KO. Normally, people finish her by submission. I'm gonna go third round submission. I think I can just see Edwards getting a third round submission, like she got over Tamir Zudol. Next fight on the card, we got Liza Smith taking on Toshiomi Kazama. This one's an easy one, man. Toshiomi Kazama, I don't think he's that good. I mean, he's plus 350 for a reason here. Like, I don't even know how he wins this fight. He's not the better striker. He's not the better wrestler. Maybe he has better jiu-jitsu. That's like the only area I would favor Kazama in. He might just have the better jiu-jitsu. If he can catch Smith in something crazy, when if Smith wrestles right, because he does wrestle. Sometimes he doesn't have to wrestle, but like he'll go out there and like wrestle, mixing some takedowns every round. Smith should win. He's gonna be the better striker. I think Smith's gonna knock him out in the first round. Yeah, he should be the far better striker. He's gonna be a lot bigger. He's already fought some pretty good guys in the UFC. I rate Morales higher than Kazama. I also rate Aaron Tao higher than Kazama, to be honest. When it comes to durability and his overall skill set, I'm gonna go Smith. I think Smith's going to win this fight. Even in Fury UFC, he wasn't fighting like horrible competition, right? Christian Strong is pretty good prospect, 9-1. I believe we're gonna see Christian Strong on the Contender Series soon. Maybe next year, maybe this year later, maybe as a short notice replacement this year in Contender Series. We're gonna see him in the UFC soon too. And he lost to Reyes Cortez, where he did kind of gas out. He was winning the early rounds. That's his only loss. I mean, Smith, I like him as a parlay. Even at minus 500, I think he's definitely gonna win this fight. Kazama's striking defense is so terrible. He's gonna get knocked out early, or I think he's getting knocked out early in the first round, honestly. Let's see what the odds are. Smith minus 600. He's minus 700 now. I parlayed him at minus 550, I think it was. With Fernandes and with John Matsumoto. Fight doesn't go the distance, minus 400. That's pretty good. I think Smith's going to be the one getting the KO here. Smith by KO, minus 210. God damn. You might as well just bet the fight doesn't go the distance at minus 400. Smith by finish, ITD, minus 275. Damn, they're not giving us anything. Under 1.5 rounds, I do like the under 1.5 rounds. I really do. I think this fight's going to end early in the first 7 minutes. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys haven't subbed to the channel yet. Let's go. We got Julius Walker taking on Rafael Cerqueira. Pretty good bounce back spot for Julius Walker. I hate to admit it, man. He's minus 600 in his second fight. A guy who's 0-1. He's fighting Cerqueira, who's 0-2. Like, Cerqueira losing to Ibu Aslan looks terrible. No, I mean, looking back on that loss looks so terrible. He just kind of turtled up. Didn't land a single punch in that fight. I remember. And then he got knocked out by Bukaskas, but he was landing some shots in Bukaskas. Like, he's not a let me not say he is kind of like a shitty striker. I don't know like what he's good at. Like, he doesn't really wrestle. Doesn't really have good game plans when he's going out there fighting. Walker should be the better grappler. He should be the better striker. I think he's gonna knock him out in the first round or submit him in the first round. I like the under 1.5 rounds here. Cerqueira's 35 years old now, man. Like, he's kind of getting up there. Like, he's only been in UFC for like less than a year. So like, the UFC kind of signed him late. Even before the UFC, he wasn't really fighting in any like notable promotions, right? I mean, Demo fight. Like, if he was fighting in LFA, he probably would have not made it to UFC because he would be taking on legit guys in LFA. Walker is the much better prospect here. I mean, like, that Manifield fight could have gone either way. That fight was really close. I'm gonna go Julius Walker by KO in the first round. I think he can knock him out. He can also submit him in the first round. Let's see. I mean, he's minus 600. Minus 600 for Julius Walker. He opened up at minus 225, 255, and people have been parlaying hell out of Julius Walker. And I can understand why they've been parlaying him like crazy on this card. Let's move. Okay, let's see what the props are. under 1.5 rounds. They only have done totals right now. Minus 225 on minus 220 on Cloudbed. I like the under. I mean, he's gone under 1.5 rounds in both of his UFC fights, Cerqueira. So I'm gonna lean towards under 1.5 rounds, but that is kind of like you're paying a bit of a price for the under. I think he goes under the minus 225 is kind of crazy though for under 1.5 rounds. If it was under 2.5 rounds, I'd parlay that. Under 1.5 rounds is a bit like 7 minutes can go by quick if Walker grapples. I'm gonna lean towards under, but you're definitely paying a premium. Walker by first round, I like that more. All right, let's move on. Next fight on the card, we got Hernandez taking on Christian Leroy Duncan. I mean, what are we doing here, man? Hernandez is 30 years old. He's been in UFC for quite a long time. He's been here longer than Leroy Duncan's been here. And Hernandez is like so inconsistent, man. He's a wrestler. His striking is like sometimes it looks okay, sometimes it looks terrible. Like this one, he's not gonna be the better striker against Christian Leroy Duncan. Duncan should be the better striker. His grappling is like okay. I mean, he was getting taken on by Arman Petrosyan, which isn't the best look. He did beat Andre Pelayev 30-27, which is impressive, but that was Pelayev's debut in the UFC. Pelayev looked pretty good recently. He got a KO win over Nick Klein last week. Lost to RoboCop, lost all 3 rounds to RoboCop, which is honestly not that bad. And he knocked out Hibiro. Hibiro just recently bounced back in LFA with the first round KO win. I believe it was on the last LFA card of the week before the card before that in LFA. Hernandez, man, he's coming off the win over Weidman. Jamie Pickett actually dropped him in that fight, which isn't the best look. Going the distance with Marc-Andre Barrio isn't the best look either. That fight was really close to. Knocked out Kyle Dawkins, which is impressive. Kyle Dawkins should get re-signed to the UFC now because he's been looking really good in the regionals. I am gonna pick Leroy Duncan by decision. I think he's gonna win by decision. I don't think he's knocking out Hernandez. I really don't. I think Duncan's gonna do enough to win the striking exchanges. Just kind of pitter patter, low kicks, body kicks. I can see Hernandez taking it around. I can definitely see Hernandez taking him down, holding him down for a couple of minutes, winning a round like that. But I think Duncan is going to win the fight overall. I can't parlay him minus 600, but he's going to win. Duncan should win. He should have good enough takedown defense, get up game if he is taken down. And Anders hasn't really shown to be like crazy submission artist on the ground. Is he going to finish him by ground and pound? Probably not. I'm gonna go with Duncan by decision. Let's see what the odds are. He's minus 600, I believe, right? Here again, he's minus 565 for Duncan. What's over 2.5 rounds? I actually like the over 2.5 rounds, minus 170. I do like that over. Duncan by decision. Submission plus 1800. I mean, can you catch him in a guillotine? Probably not. That would be pretty insane if you caught him in a guillotine. Because I know Hernandez is gonna wrestle. I like Hernandez like plus 3.5. I think he can take it around in this fight with this wrestling. That's probably gonna be plus money, plus 3.5 on Hernandez. I'm probably gonna I'll play that plus 2.5 spread on Hernandez. Hernandez by a split decision. Plus 1400. I mean, that's probably his win condition. I think it goes over. I like the over 2.5 rounds. I really do. Next fight on the card, we got John Matsumoto taking on Miles Jones. Now, we did fade John Matsumoto with Rob Font. He took that fight on short notice, I believe, also, right? Like, I do think he took that fight on short notice because Rob Font was supposed to fight someone else in that spot. Let me make sure he was supposed to fight Dominic Cruz, and then Dominic Cruz retired. No, he ended up fighting John Matsumoto. John Matsumoto took that fight on short notice. I know he had a fight coming up. He had a fight scheduled, a different fight scheduled. I think it was probably Miles John's fight that he had scheduled. No, he was supposed to fight Chris Gutierrez. Okay, he was supposed to fight Chris Gutierrez. Then he ended up taking that Rafa fight on short notice because Rafa was supposed to fight Dominic Cruz. And that spot, John McCruz retired. That's what happened there. I am gonna pick him here, man. He's gonna have like he got a bunch of takedowns in Rafa. Like I think he got like 6-7 takedowns in Rafa over and over. He wrestled every round. One judge did score that fight for John Matsumoto. He did kind of like get out damaged in the striking because Rafa hasn't really good boxing. Miles John's striking is okay, super low volume, which I don't like, and he can be taken down. He just doesn't do enough, man. That's the problem. Like he'll do enough just to like win over people that aren't really gonna push the pace on him. But John Matsumoto is gonna push the pace. He's gonna go for takedowns. He's gonna strike with them. He's probably the better Muay Thai striker from range. He's got really good Muay Thai. I believe he's a black belt in Muay Thai. Really nice low kicks, body kicks, T kicks up the middle, and he'll throw some elbows up close too. Rafan did cut him open with an elbow. That's probably why the judges scored that fight for Rafan, and he won the third round, I believe. Matsumoto should win. He's got more ways to win this fight. Like I said earlier, better wrestler, probably better cardio than Miles Jones too. I'm just not sure where Miles Jones is gonna win this fight. I really don't know. I did pick Liam over him. I picked more Deandrade. I picked more Gibson. So like I've been picking him over these guys, but like this is John Matsumoto is gonna bounce back here for sure. He's only 25 years old. John Matsumoto by decision. That's the pick. Minus 300. I actually parlayed him at minus 275. He's gonna win, man. John Matsumoto is gonna win this fight. So it's the parlay that I have right now is Matsumoto, Fernandes, and Eliza Smith for plus 102. I think it's plus 102. It's not crazy plus money, but it's the leg parlay that's gonna cash. Over 2.5 rounds minus 275. Matsumoto I like the Matsumoto third rounder decision. That's not gonna be. You might as well just take the money line because that decision props minus 155 for Matsumoto. What about Matsumoto by submission? Like, can you wrap something up? Plus 700 Matsumoto. We'll probably play that on the live stream later when we go live for this card. I go live for UFC card, P-Full card. I go live for maybe I'll go live for Contender Series 2 next week. So that's why I'm telling you guys, make sure you subscribe, man. We're getting close to 3,500 subscribers now. Submission, Matsumoto by submission, plus 700. He's going to be the better wrestler. He's going to be the better grappler. So there's a chance that he could lock something up. But Johns has pretty good submission defense. I'm going to lean towards, what's submission third on submission for Matsumoto? Matsumoto by third on submission. By second on submission plus 2,500 third round submission for Matsumoto. I can see him like wrestling. He might not even wrestle. He might just strike with him because I do think he's a better striker. He's a better wrestler. He's also going to throw more volume than Miles Jones, which I do like. He's going to stay more busy on the feet also. All right, let's move on, guys. Next one on the card, we got Andre Fili taking on Christian Rodriguez. Now, like I said earlier, Rodriguez struggles against people that are tall, lanky, and have decent kickboxing. Julian Rosa's like 6 feet tall. Melchizedek Costa's also like 6 feet tall, like 5'11" or something like that, I believe. And I did pick Costa over him. I wish I picked Julian Rosa over him too, but yeah, Costa's like 5'10", so. He's beating guys like Austin Bassey, who's 5'6", Dolgarian, who's like 5'6". I don't think he won that fight, but they did give him that win. And then Simon, where he's like 5'6". Simon's like 5'7", I think, or something along the lines. He's gonna can he take down Andre Fili? That's not really his game though. Like he was trying to like cage push Costa because he didn't want to stay at range with Costa. So that was his game plan, right? That was his game plan. He was trying to do that. He's 27 years old, training at Rufus Sports MMA Academy. He did have moments in that Costa fight. He did, I believe he took the third round. He lost the first round. So he won the third round over Costa. Costa was getting a bit tired. Fili's gonna have to like don't. I feel like the way he's gonna win this fight is by staying at range and not making a mistake and not getting caught up in like submission. Because Rodriguez will attack submissions too. The only thing I don't like for Fili is 35 years old. Losing to guys like Costa. All these guys are finishing him too. That's not really the best sign. Did have a really good fight with Natalia Wood. I believe he did drop him. Wood dropped him also. Knocked out Lucas Almeida and beat Cub Swanson, which is still impressive. Cub Swanson pushing 40 years old, still been looking pretty good. I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to pick Andre Fili as underdog. I'm going to do it. I think Fili has a chance to win this fight. He's going to have a smart game plan. If he has a smart game plan, he can definitely pull this one off. I think he can kind of follow similar to what Costa did. Keep him in the clinch, land some knees of the clinch, and like just kind of pump the jab out there. Keep him at the end of his punches at range. He's gonna have the reach advantage over him. He's gonna be taller, a lot lankier. The only issue that I have is he's so inconsistent. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So he lost one. Now he's gonna win one. I think. I think this is a fight that he can win. I really do. Yeah, I'm gonna go Fili on this one. I think Fili can pull this one off by like a split. This isn't like a really close fight. Let's see what the odds are. I know he's underdog. Fili plus 210. Yeah, give me Andre Fili. By I like the money line. I mean, the money line's not that bad. He was plus 100. I believe it's like plus 100 to Costa. So like it doesn't make sense for him being plus 200 against C-Rod. Over 2.5 rounds, minus 220. It probably goes all 3 rounds. Fight ends by a split. Majority decision plus 400. I think this could be a close fight. I really do. If Fili comes in with a smart game plan. I'm going to pick Fili by decision. That's going to be my pick. Fili by decision. Let's move on, guys. Next fight on the card, we got it has been Lucindo taking on Angela Hill. Lucindo, we did fade her with Amanda Lemos, right? Lemos was underdog there. And I just knew, man, Lucindo, because I watched her fight against Marina Rodriguez, who's one of the better strikers in this weight class. Don't get me wrong. But she did really struggle in that fight. And the Karolina Kowalkiewicz fight, Karolina's like a dinosaur. She's 50 years old. She retired. I think she does OnlyFans now or something like that. She's a model now. Finished Paulina Mena. She did look good in that fight. Paulina Mena's like shouldn't be fighting anymore. She should just stick to OnlyFans. Bogdan Walker. I mean, like she's 20 years old, so like she's got a lot of time to like still keep fighting, keep getting better. But is she getting better? Like I don't think she's getting that much better yet. Angela Hill's 40 years old, still been looking pretty good. We picked her over Ketlin Souza as underdog. And I did pick her over Tata Ricci. I picked her over Luana Pinheiro. I don't think I picked her over DC Gomes, but she looked good, man. DC Gomes been looking pretty good in the UFC. So, like, she's beating girls that are better than all the girls that Lucindo's been beating. Maybe other than Marina Rodriguez. That's like her best win, I think, in the UFC. Karolina Kowalkiewicz win isn't that great. Paulina Mena win. I think Angela Hill beats all these other girls, too. Maybe not Marina Rodriguez, but everyone else, maybe I know she had a really close fight with Amanda Lemos. I think she got robbed against Amanda Lemos, by the way, and that was Lemos in her kind of in her prime. I'm gonna go Angela Hill by decision. She's 40 years old. I still think she's got one more left in her. I'm gonna go Angela Hill by split decision. A close fight. I think Hill's gonna put up the volume on Lucindo. Lucindo's gonna need takedowns and control. And Hill's like shows a lot of urgency to get back up if she's taking on, right? Like, she's not really getting controlled on the ground for that long. These girls have been taking her down. I mean, I do think Ketlin Souza took her down. Tata Ricci took her down. So I can understand why Lucindo is a favorite. She's younger, 23 years old. The young prospect. I just think the line's kind of off, man. Angela Hill is I think she's going to win. I'm going to pick Angela Hill as underdog. We knew Angela Hill was going to put up a ton of volume, over 100 strikes, almost every single fight. And she's got cardio for days. She's got more experience, been beating the better competition. Even the Ricci fight could have gone either way. That was a really close fight also. Ricci looked pretty good recently. Knocked out Hebas, which I didn't see coming at all. Crazy that Ricci got a KO. I never expected that. Plus 170 for Angela Hill. Give me Angela Hill to win. Angela Hill by decision. Could be, I mean, she'll probably go for a submission, but she only got one submission over Luana Pinheiro, which is impressive. So, but I like Angela Hill. I think at this line she could definitely win. Plus enough, Angela Hill is gonna be money, man. Plus enough, she's not losing 30-7 to Lucindo. I think Lucindo submission plus 700. I don't think she's submitting Angela Hill. Let's see what Angela Hill by decision is. Angela Hill by unanimous decision plus 240. Hill by split plus 700. I honestly like that split. You can maybe like sprinkle the split decision plus 700, and also bet the money line a bit. Go like half unit on each one of those, and like if she wins that split decision, you're gonna win a lot of money back. I'm gonna pick Angela Hill as underdog. Next fight on the card, we got Steve Erceg taking on Osbourne. The Astro Boy taking on Jamaican Sensation. Man, I gotta pick Steve Erceg here, man. He lost to Cachoeira, France, Pantoja, Brandon Moreno. Like all those guys are like elite. They're all elite guys. Moreno, former champion. I believe he's a 2-time former flyweight champion. Cachoeira, France. He's been a contender for the belt multiple times now. Alessandro Pantoja, one of the best fighters ever we've seen in MMA, and the flyweight gold right now. Osbourne coming off that win over Luis Garule. His takedown defense definitely looked better, so like that was impressive from Osbourne. He was able to defend all of Garule's takedowns. Even when he was taken down, he got back up. I believe he was taken down in the first round, survived pretty well down there because he was struggling with his takedown defense before. These guys are beating him up on the ground. Asuma Bayev took him down, subbed him in his debut, and Fili just took him down, beat him up, and he just kind of gave up there. And then I believe he should have won that fight by KO. He knocked down the lazy boy, but like it was a UFC Nochi, I think, and that fight could have gone either way, honestly. I'm gonna pick Steve Erceg. Can Osbourne knock him out? There's a chance he could. He's a good striker, has a lot of power. He does have a lot of power, so he's gonna have to catch him with something clean and knock him out. I think overall, Erceg has the better cardio, more volume, more weapons, elbows up close, clinch fighting. He can also mix in takedowns on Osbourne. My pick's gonna be Steve Erceg. Does he finish him though? Like, how does he finish him? Osbourne's pretty tough, like to KO on the feet. He's been taken down and finished on the ground. I'm gonna say he does finish him. I think he could find a finish here. This should be a good bounce back spot for Erceg. I'm gonna say he does find that chin, but I hope it's plus money. The KO's got to be plus money, right? Minus 550 for Steve Erceg, plus 400 for Osbourne. Under 1.5 rounds, plus 165. Fight doesn't go the distance, minus 170. Man, I can see this one going the distance. I mean, is pretty tough though, even though he's been finished multiple times in the UFC. Erceg actually minus 135. What submission? Erceg by KO plus 325. You might as well just bet the KO if you want to bet it, or like the submission. Erceg by submission plus 175. So they think there's a more likelihood that he finds a submission than a KO, which is kind of wild. He could. I mean, he could. He can grapple. We've seen he can grapple and before. I'm gonna lean towards a KO. I like the fight ends by KO, or like I like the fight ends by KO. Erceg should win. I'm picking Erceg here. All right, guys. Next fight on the card, we got Roman Dolidze taking on Anthony Hernandez. Are you guys ready for this? I'm picking Roman Dolidze to win over Anthony Hernandez. Now, I do think Anthony Hernandez is really good. Crazy cardio, crazy gas tank, crazy pace, good wrestling. But Dolidze ain't a scrub, man. He can wrestle too. Like, he's not a complete bum. Like, they're lining him up like he's a complete bum here. Like, is Hernandez more dangerous with his jiu-jitsu? Maybe, like, with his, he's gonna have the cardio edge. So this is 5 rounds. That's probably why he's minus 300. But Roman Dolidze has been 5 rounds too, man. He won 5 rounds with Imava, who beat his ass like crazy. I mean, like, I don't know how that fight ended up being a majority draw. I think there was a point taken in that 5th round from Imava. And he won the 5th round over Imava, which is impressive, man. I know people like shitting on Roman Dolidze for his cardio. He actually took the 5th round against Imava after he got his ass beat early. Like, he took so much damage early, almost got finished multiple times. Stayed in there somehow. Like, I had a parlay with the Imava, Natalie Silva, and Medeiros. And I was like, holy shit, like, how is Imava not finished him yet? Like, Dolidze is so damn tough, man. He beat Vittori in a rematch recently. I did pick him over Kevin Holland, by the way. And he was underdog there. We cashed on the finish only by Roman Dolidze. I might play the finish only here. Like, can Fluffy Hernandez finish him in the late round, maybe 4th, 5th round? I might play a Fluffy Hernandez like 4th round, KO TKO ground and pound, or like 5th round. That's the way you should play it. Like, I don't think Hernandez is going to finish him in the early rounds. I don't see him finishing him in the first 3 rounds. If he does finish him, if he does manage to finish late, if he wins, it could be like the Michelle Pereira fight, where he just kind of breaks Dolidze later. But I don't know if I've seen breaking Dolidze. I really just don't. But 5th round, it could be like 4th, 5th round for Hernandez finish if he does finish him. But I think Dolidze at money line at plus 270, man. Like, come on, like, plus 270 on Dolidze over Hernandez. Like, the guy that's been, I know he's 37 years old, but still, man, this is a middleweight, so I'm going to pick Dolidze as underdog. I think Dolidze at this price has a pretty good chance to pull it off. Dolidze plus 270 right now. He opened him at plus 145. I mean, that plus 145 opening line was kind of made sense because he should have been like 2-1 underdog. Like, him being like almost a 4-1 underdog is kind of wild to me. I think Dolidze at this price, man, you gotta put some money down Dolidze at this price. It's not a bad bet. Plus 5.5 on Dolidze, that's probably also not bad. What's Hernandez by 3rd round, 4th round? Hernandez by KO, TKO, 4th round, plus 2,000. Hernandez by 5th round, plus 2,500. That's the way I can see this fight ending. If he just, like, if Dolidze gasses out, like, and he gets finished later. Like, I just don't see him getting finished in the early rounds. He's too tough. And he's got good jiu-jitsu too. He can grapple, he can wrestle. Dolidze, scorecards, no action, plus 155. I actually like that, man. I like that. I think he's more durable than on the feet also. Like, he's shown he can, like, take some big shots. I mean, he's fought some pretty good guys, right? I mean, Imava, other than Imava, you don't really find anyone that great either, but neither has Hernandez. He fought Brendan Nolan. I honestly think Dolidze could beat Brendan Nolan. Kopylov, I mean, he lost the first round Kopylov though, but on the feet, but he did submit him. Sabajian was beating his ass early too. Yeah, I'm gonna go Dolidze. I don't know how he's gonna win. I think he could pull it off. Finish only plus 135. You get your money back if it goes to distance. I can see Hernandez kind of like beating him up, taking him down over and over. Maybe getting a late finish, but I'm gonna pick Dolidze as a pick. So that's my full card prediction, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this card. I'm picking Dolidze as underdog. I'm picking Steve Erceg as a favorite. I'm picking Angela Hill as underdog. I'm picking Fili as underdog. I'm picking John Matsumoto as a favorite. I'm picking Duncan. I'm picking Julius Walker, Eliza Smith. I'm picking Jocelyn Edwards. I'm picking Urus Medique. I'm picking Gabriel Fernandes. I mean, so we have 11 fights on this card. We're back in the Apex. This card starting early at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll be live next week. Hopefully I'll see you guys all there, and we'll play some live bets. We cashed some good underdog. Not underdog. We cashed underdog parlays. Shout out to Lane for the last parlays he dropped. So if you guys want to drop your parlays on the live stream, we'll place them live on the live stream. Shout out to Lane. Lane called Duncan and Magny. I did pick Magny too, but I wasn't picking Duncan as underdog. Well, shout out to Lane for that parlay. Plus 700 parlay, Magny and Duncan underdog parlay. And we also cast the under 3.5 rounds in the main event, which is pretty easy. That's the breakdown, guys. There you guys go. Let me give you guys my confident picks. I do like Dolidze and Angelo as underdog bets. I like what's his name? I like John Matsumoto, confident pick. John Matsumoto. Eliza Smith, confident pick. Jocelyn Edwards, confident pick. Seems kind of crazy saying Jocelyn Edwards, confident pick, but she's been looking pretty good right now, so I'm gonna put her in a confident pick. Fernandes, confident pick. So those are my confident picks: Fernandes, Jocelyn Edwards, Smith, John Matsumoto, and I think Erceg is gonna win. I like Erceg too. So there you guys go. Hopefully you guys all enjoy the full card breakdown for this card. Now I gotta go upload this, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Take it easy. Have a great week. Stay safe. Stay healthy out there. I'll see you guys later.